and bright.
Yeah.
You know, she might be writing a nice love song right now about him.
Could be. She could be writing a mean love song. Maybe she writes them in advance, like the breakup songs.
Right. Yeah, one of my favorite lines from her has to do with that. Yeah, I wanted to, basically see how this one turns out. Yeah. Like, what's going to happen with this. She always, a lot of them kind of turn one way or the other.
She could be in the studio recording it, like have it all ready to go, so it hits the news, and hopefully it doesn't. Like,
right, of course.
Yeah, maybe she just like pulls out a breakup song, uploads it to Spotify.
It just goes, she can't help it.
Yeah.
So, but they were talking about this the other night, and it was really cute. They were in, the little convertible, one of his cars. I guess he has quite a collection.
Okay.
And so they left the game together, and they went to a diner. Now, this is the rumor, allegedly, from TikTok. They're saying that people, she pulled up to the diner, and basically they wanted to have some private time, she and Travis. And so she actually bought dinner for everyone who was there, and I guess it was dozens of meals. And she basically was saying, okay, but they have to leave so we can have private time.
I would hope they at least called ahead to do this.
To do it, right, yeah, instead of just kind of pulling up. Maybe they did, and maybe, I think what probably happened is, they said, oh, we close at 9, and they said, oh, can we have some time? Oh, yeah, sure. Well, and then maybe she offered to buy the dinners to maybe hurry things along a little bit. But we were thinking, if someone did this, if a big star came in while you were having dinner, wherever you were, and said, hey, they're going to pay for your dinner, but you got to go. Here's your to-go containers. Would you be okay with that? Or would you be kind of like, hey, what's up with this? You know what I mean? And I was thinking at certain venues, maybe I'd be okay with it. But if you, going out for a really nice dinner, maybe you have an anniversary coming up.
Yeah,
like if
this weekend.
happened, and if this happened during a special dinner, you might not be so pleased about it.
No, probably not.
Yeah.
Because that's an important night for me. It's something I've planned ahead on.
Right.
But if I'm like sitting in a Wendy's or something and somebody came in and said, hey, we need you to leave and we're going to pay for your burger.
You're like, okay, because you didn't expect to stay there very long. Certain restaurants, maybe like this with the diner, you kind of in and out.
Yeah.
So maybe she didn't think that it was, a big problem for people, inconveniencing people. So, but yeah, we kind of wanted to get your take on it. And I was saying, hey, throw in dessert and I'm good. Give me a little extra. Or like we were talking about earlier, if, that person would offer to, sign an autograph or come in and say hello or something like that, that'd be kind of cool too.
Maybe. I just hope this doesn't become like a situation that becomes pranks. Like around Kansas City, because like if it happened once, what are the odds like some random people are just going to start calling restaurants and say, oh yeah, Taylor's coming, but we need you to clear out and we're going to pay.
Yeah.
Because that's what people do just for the social media aspect and for likes and follows.
Right, and they're already saying there's a frenzy right now of people spotting, quote unquote, spotting them places, and it's really not them and stuff like that, because everybody's on the lookout. Is that Taylor?
What if she'll get like a letter from the NFL at some point saying, just stay home.
Cease and desist.
We need to get the focus back on the football.
On the football, yeah, exactly. So 401-224-1285, allegedly Taylor Swift was buying meals for people at a diner so that they would eventually leave quickly, I guess, so that she could have some private time with Travis Kelce. We want to know, would it be cool with you if someone did this, bought your dinner, but basically sent you packing? Give us a call, 401-224-1285.
It's Courtney and Brendan in the morning.
Plus tax tag license for every P. Example 2007 Camry stock Y39541B for a limited term with approved credit on 2018 or newer certified Civics, Accords, Pilots, CRVs, excludes hybrids, expires month end.
Massive used car inventory, massive sell-off savings. It can only be one thing. Greco Honda's used car sell-off. Ella es la máxima representación.
To coverage for life and loss, the Hartford
Just said.
Because I believe that
Cruder. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates.
Veterans have used these benefits. Well, what's happening to the independent man? Remember that he's going to be removed in order to fix the marble beneath him. Governor Dan McKee posted on his X account that engineers were using lasers to get measurements of those impacted areas. After that, the statue will come down. We're not sure how long it'll be down. The last time that it was removed to repair the marble was back in the mid-70s. Today, we are going to have a lot of sunshine compared to the last 5 days. A little light breeze, high of 67. Tonight, mostly clear with a low 48. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, high temperature of 70. This is the Publix Radio. It's 8:32. Good morning.
Colleges are looking.
Don't let this one go.
Pulling out
Oh, brother, this guy stinks.
on 94 HJY.
California's luxury mattress brand Chatham & Wells,
and Cardi's Furniture and Mattresses.
This report is sponsored by Batteries Plus Bulbs.
Now, your Storm Team 10 forecast.
Mostly sunny skies today as temperatures reach the middle to upper 60s with light winds. Overnight tonight, we fall back into the 40s for a cool period, but tomorrow we're back into those upper 60s for highs and plenty of sunshine. I'm Storm Team 10 meteorologist Christina Ernie.
Having engine troubles? Get your battery tested for free at Batteries Plus. We carry top quality replacement batteries and offer free installation on most makes and models. Visit us in person or shop online at batteriesplus.com.
Paul here for QC Kinetics, and the future of joint pain relief is here with regenerative medicine. Now, the science is pretty amazing. It's taking concentrated healing properties from your own body and placing them directly into the joints that are hurting. So those healing agents help restore and repair damaged tissues naturally. Now, for me, it's the knees. So much better to be living without that constant pain. Now, whether it's your knees, your shoulders, your back, give QC Kinetics a call for a free consultation. See if it's right for you. Now, imagine living pain-free with no drugs, no surgery, no downtime. Get back to the things you'll love this fall by giving them a call. Great staff in both the Warwick and Fall River offices. So call QC Kinetics. They got a new number, easy to remember. 401-373-PAIN. That's 401-373-PAIN. Free consultation. QC Kinetics. 401-373-PAIN.
To protect his home and family from disaster, Steve used courage, wisdom, and his camera phone.
That should do it.
Way to go, Steve!
Chevrolet Buick GMC of Attleboro.com. Chevrolet. Find new roads.
By the time you're finished listening to this Pepsi Zero Sugar, you'll be 15 seconds closer to kickoff. Stock up now because game day is so close, you can almost taste it. Football.
Durante la manía de...
Same account that he holds the players up.
But they've been made illegal, which, who are we to say that some aspect of nature should be illegal? The war on drugs is really quite irrational, the way that it's been run.
On News Radio 920 and 104.7 FM. News Radio 920 and 104.7 FM.
Plenty of sunshine today, high 63 to 67. Clear to partly cloudy tonight, lows 42 to 46. Tomorrow, mainly sunny, high 66 and 70. And our outlook for Friday, mainly cloudy, some bright intervals, just a slight chance of a shower late in the day. High temperatures 60 to 64 degrees. Saturday, not bad, partly cloudy to cloudy, slight chance of a shower. High temperatures near 70. And on Sunday, plenty of sunshine with temperatures in the 70s. And you can get your weather all day long on WTAG.com.
From the Pioneer Seacoast Studio, it's the Jim Polito Show on News Radio 580 and 94.9 FM, WTAG.
All right, my better angels have appealed to me and said, Jim, you shouldn't say, you know, too bad you didn't fall. Yeah, I don't want the president to fall, and I don't want people to get hurt. I meant that more like, too bad, you know, you didn't get to what I was trying to get at was, and it wasn't the right way to say it, don't go to the rally so somebody can compare the big three automakers to the Axis powers. Everybody's got this kind of thing, like they think they can throw the Nazi thing around. Like soup Nazi, that's one thing. You can say, you know, soup Nazi. That was a Seinfeld thing, yada, yada, yada. And sometimes I say, you know, somebody can be a recycling Nazi, you know. Right. It's probably a bad comparison. I'm not overly sensitive about it, but when you actually call out somebody, that's different. So, yes, and the president stood there and allowed it to happen, and right, I don't want him to fall. I want him to be safe and sound. But he is going to. There is going to be a public fall by next. So there's going to be something bad by next summer. They want him out. And the reason I say that they want him out is that now
Well, some information is coming out about the investigation into his classified documents. Did you hear about this? Yes. There's information coming out about Joe Biden and his classified documents. That the investigation is heating up. Really? I don't know. Not so much on my watch, but they're saying that it's heating up. This is according to the Daily Caller. Let's see. And an ABC News report. Authorities have reportedly gathered information regarding Biden's alleged carelessness in the handling of classified material during his time as vice president. The witnesses reportedly said the removal of documents appeared to be a mistake rather than criminal activity. In the course of the investigation, by the way, which is being done by, tell me if you recognize this name, Special Counsel Robert Hur. You don't recognize this name. Do you know why? Because you never hear it. They have interviewed as many as 100 witnesses. This is according to ABC News, including Secretary of State Anthony Blinken. And they have examined internal White House processes during the last 9 months. Interviews were conducted as late as the second week in September. Now, here's the deal. What do you hear in this? You hear the groundwork of it was just a big mistake. I mean, think about the timing of what happened to Donald Trump, and then Donald Trump already under indictment. Isn't that interesting? Joe Biden, not so much. This is the trial balloon they're putting out there to see if they can get away with not charging Joe Biden with anything. And we all know that he should be charged. If Donald Trump is charged, come on. With Joe, it was just a mistake. Just a mistake. No, it was a mistake. Do you see why people are so upset? This is not a what about. This is apply the law equally. Just apply it equally. Okay. It's one thing to go after somebody like they have with Trump. And I guarantee you go after any real estate person, anyone, you'll be able to find something there that you'll be able to make a charge out of. And of course, in the case of Trump, a lot of this is process crime. But with Joe Biden, he's going to walk on this. He's going to get a slap on the wrist. There's going to be, from this point forward, you have to do this, this, and this. It's going to be a slap on the wrist. His kid was a junkie. His kid was a junkie, and stuff was all over the house and their offices, and people had access to it. Does this sound familiar? I mean, take out the part about the kid being a junkie. Remember? James Comey, summer of 2016, right after the 4th of July. No prosecutor would take on this case against Senator Clinton or Secretary Clinton. No prosecutor would take on this case. Come on. No prosecutor would take on that? Right. They're setting it up for Joe Biden, too. So they can say, No prosecutor would take on this case. This is much different than Donald Trump. I mean, he had people concealing it. He had it here and there. He moved it. He did this. Joe Biden had documents dating back to when he was a senator that he should not have had in his personal possession. Documents that he should have only been able to see in a secure location. Not bringing them home. Doesn't matter. If that was Donald Trump, which it is. This is Banana Republic stuff, folks. This is Banana Republic stuff. And what really bothers me about Banana Republic stuff now is that people on the left don't care. They don't care. Because as long as their side is winning, they don't care. It's Machiavellian. Yep. Read that great Italian philosopher's writings. It's Machiavellian. Okay, I've got something here for you which is pretty good. I want to shift gears and get to the, of course, the insanity of the transgender movement. The statement has been made by Jordan Peterson, a very brilliant man. It's much smarter than me, that he said, you know, this whole transitioning kids stuff, he said, once the lawsuits start flying, there'll be a change. And as we know, in Europe, actually, I'm going to Great Britain next month with listeners. In England, nope, not anymore. They're not giving kids puberty-blocking drugs, things like that anymore under the age of 18. Not going to do it. Okay. So, he said once the lawsuits start flying, things will change. Well, there's thousands of people suing the National Health Service in England over a contractor who is providing treatment to kids to transition them. And there are a lot of, shall we say, remorseful buyers. And they're suing. Well, it hasn't happened in this country enough yet, but a mother in California just won a big lawsuit against her school district. The Spreckles Union School District has agreed to pay Mother Jessica Conan $100,000 for the school district encouraging her daughter to live as a boy and keeping it hidden from Conan, the mother. Yes, the group that worked for her, the Center for American Liberty, and helped her with the lawsuit, said that Conan's daughter, Alicia, in the 6th grade, was recruited to join a school equality club where she was inundated with information about bisexuality, transgender identities, and other LGBT concepts. Shortly after joining the club, the school began to foster Alicia's identification as a boy without informing the mother, Jessica Conan. The school required staff to refer to Alicia by a male name, male pronouns, and let her use the unisex teacher's restroom instead of the girls' room. Wow. The daughter has since realized this was not what I wanted to do. The mother and the daughter are seen celebrating in a post. Yeah. Yeah. And the daughter says, I was a girl and I was Alicia. And it was eye-opening to me because I had an identity for so long that was false. The group, the Center for American Liberty, says these incidents are happening in schools across the country, and I think schools are going to wake up when they realize there's a financial liability at stake here. This is exactly what Jordan Peterson says. Exactly what he says. Let the lawsuits start flying. Find out if your school district, what they do if a child identifies as transgender. Now, they're going to give you a BS answer like, well, it's on a case-by-case basis and this and that. I'm sorry. Parents have the right to know. And by the way, parents have the right to do with that child as they please. And if that means bringing that child to a counselor who will say, and this is what's going on in England right now, well, let's just wait a little bit and see what happens. Not encourage them to transition on the spot under the age of 18, haven't even gone through puberty yet. Or maybe have a conversation with them where this comes up. They're a male and they have feminine attributes. They may have them. They may be attracted to other men. Maybe that kid is gay. Why not some counseling and allow that kid to develop and grow before you butcher them with chemicals and a knife? And then we'll be watching a story of a kid who said, yeah, and now I want to transition, I want to detransition, and I probably won't be able to have children because of everything they did to my body. That is so sick and twisted. And then, of course, they tell us, well, if we don't do this, the kids will kill themselves. I haven't heard about mass suicides in England. I'll tell you what, while I'm over there, I'm going to be sending back, I always send back a segment every day when we're on these trips. If I hear about mass suicides among kids who aren't being allowed to take hormone-blocking drugs and have healthy tissue surgically removed from their body, I'll let you know. I doubt very much it's happening. A final word when we return. You're listening to the Jim Polito Show. You are not alone.
This report is... I didn't know nobody, and I saw you coming my way. I didn't know nobody.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are talking about it. It was a great book, and I always remember him. So that's the way I
was confused. I was actually talking about Will.
test drive the 2024 all-wheel drive Sportage.
I go to flex. Do you tell him you can't? Then go out of your way to be somewhere any day.
Cents per gallon on your first
9A to request your free info kit right now.
Paid for by Birch Gold Group.
Why is iHeartRadio the #1 streaming radio app? Free music.
Free live radio stations from all over the country.
Free podcasts.
Free playlists.
Free contests. Free artist radio stations.
Commercial-free stations.
It's free. I love iHeartRadio. Join the millions of music, radio, and podcast fans on the #1 streaming radio app now.
iHeartRadio.
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 Free never sounded so good.
Would you like to hear the craziest story I've ever had to report on? Glenn Beck. In California, school children will clap and chant to pagan gods for the power to be warriors for social justice. Weekday mornings at 9. So they're chanting, they're clapping to evil pagan gods. It's only gonna get weirder. Gang, we are in biblical-sized trouble. On News Radio 920 and 104.7 FM.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
News Radio 920 and 104.7 FM.
Welcome back. All right, just want to remind you, you know the porn star. All right, maybe she wasn't a porn star, but the woman who's running as a Democrat for the seat in the House of Delegates in Virginia. See, in Virginia, you know, their legislature, unlike Massachusetts and Rhode Island, where it's dominated by Democrats, in Virginia, you know, it goes back and forth, and you can have Republican control. There's a Republican governor in Virginia now because the other one was too busy telling us how you could, smother a baby after it was born. You know, the baby would be made comfortable, and then a conversation would be held with the mother. So anyway, they're trying to get this to be, a Republican-controlled House of Delegates. And so there's like basically a 4-seat margin. And Susanna Gibson ran for this. And then it was found out in a Washington Post article that she would go on Chatterbait, which is an adult, like, social media live video site available to the public, and perform sex acts for money. I mean, listen, you can't pick up a prostitute and pay them to have sex. That's illegal. Well, in some counties in the United States, it's not. But you can pay someone to have sex, and as long as there's a camera there and you say, I'm making a porn, it's legal. That's basically what she was doing. And then she got all indignant and said, this is revenge porn, circulating this. No, you're on a public porn site channel. Well, the reason I bring her up is that her lead is she slipped. Her Republican opponent is beating her now by 11 points. I mean, there's some hope there, right? I don't believe in shaming people for doing that, but I said from the beginning, this is a question of someone's judgment. You got 2 kids. You're a nurse practitioner. I don't know, let alone whether or not I would vote for somebody like that. I don't know that I would go to a nurse practitioner who's doing live sex acts for money on the internet. And maybe this is a good sign that people are, smartening up and saying, yeah, that's kind of not all that great. Please take a moment to think about the men and women of this country who wear the uniform or the uniform of those who made the ultimate sacrifice in that uniform. Please respect our men and women in blue. We lost 83 of them on this day in history. 35 were shot to death. We'll be back tomorrow morning, but until then, remember what Julie Flynn said, hope is the best medicine.
If you're nearing retirement, it's important to know the facts about when to claim your Social Security benefits. Taking them at the wrong time may cost you money. Hi, this is Mike Armstrong from...